Be nice to have some more retired members on the line, but we may want to get started in the interest of time. Kathy, was that your cue to share what you have with us?
Okay, sorry, I was a little slow on my cue there. I met with Mike yesterday from TCG, and we can continue to go through the spreadsheet and try to fine tune some things. He has me doing a few more lookups of some information to verify a couple of his assumptions and calculations. And I think we're getting really close to at least him having a product that we can put in different assumptions for different income replacement rates, different interest rates, et cetera, and see what those funding requirements would be. In his last spreadsheet, he was kind of, he was doing more of a, how much would it cost to fund like each person until their retirement date? And he didn't have a total cost, so I have him going back to the table and giving me a total cost, because I think that that's important, rather than just saying, you know, for the next 3 years it's going to cost us X. I need to know what it's going to cost us for the whole time span. So he's working on updating that, and we're hoping to get together at the first of next week and shore things up, and then meet with the management team on our side of the table so they can ask any questions before it comes to this advisory committee. So that's where I'm at.
Just a general update for the group, because you may not know that the district did offer a retirement incentive piece for DMTRS members again recently. It's a little bit different than what was offered this past year. The condition is that if someone stays employed through June 30, 2023, so in other words, it's kind of got a retention component of staying another year, that they can receive the same incentive that was offered last year. So the $50,000 plus the $2,500 per service year for DMTRS. And so that's really important for people to know that that is there. They have until, and Kathy, correct me, I don't remember the exact, June 21st-ish.
18th is when it goes. June 18th is the deadline, and then it goes to the board, I think, on the 21st, and then obviously it would be effective the following year. The requirement did change. It is age 60 and 15 years of service, and it's 15 continuous years of service.
I think for us, you know, a couple important pieces is, one is that that's there, and that's another, you know, significant help for not all, but at least some of our DMTRS people. I also think that it puts a little bit of pressure on us to try to get as close to having a pretty good sense of what we're going to be doing, because there will be some DMTRS people that are going to wonder, like, well, what is going to happen by June 18th? And so the good part is that hopefully we can get enough information through our TCG that people can have a good sense of, you have this, you know, that's likely going to occur, or you know that if you're age 60 by June 30, 2023, 15 years of service, that you have that retirement incentive in place as well. So not that we needed any more pressure, but there is kind of a natural creation. I know I've had 3 actives that reached out to me and said, how do I know, you know, what's sort of the ultimate plan here, or what's going to happen from TCG to even know whether taking the retirement incentive is the right decision for me from a career standpoint.
Just a couple of things to add to that too. In the original analysis of who is eligible for this incentive. There are 30 DMTRS participants who are eligible, just as an FYI for this group. And we'll continue to push with TCG. It will be interesting to see TCG's recommendation to see how they distribute the funds that they're talking about, or any mechanism for increasing the income replacement for these individuals. Is it weighted heavier in the first years for those who are closer? I mean, I haven't seen anything, so I don't know. But if it's something that's going to be scheduled out years to retirement, if you only have one, is that person going to get all of it? Are they going to get a percentage of it? I don't know what it looks like, but those are questions that I will be asking on your behalf. So if there's other questions that you can think of that I should be asking, please let me know.
I think that Lake's right on about that, though. We do need to have something that we can tell people about. I mean, hopefully TCG will give us something that is actionable, but even if they do come up with a recommendation, I'm not sure how fast we can get the school board to engage with it and, approve it. So, it's a whole lot of what ifs still.
Kathy, does TCG know that the retirement offer was extended again?
Yes, I shared that with Mike yesterday.
I mean, I think that, you kind of nailed the question there, but it's really to kind of let Mike know that there will be a group of employees that will want to be able to clearly see what are my choices, because that's where we're going to end up at, is that there's going to be the choice of staying and this is what's going to happen, or taking the retirement incentive, assuming you're eligible, and this is what's going to happen. And so I think that the communication of that probably has maybe a greater urgency, just because people have to make that decision by June 18.
Do we know how many people we have that would be 60 or older by June of 2023? We have 30?
30, yes. Also, there are a few individuals who have already submitted their retirement for this upcoming school year. Due to the offering of this incentive, we will be allowing those individuals to rescind, and they'll be notified of that. I believe an email was going out today from talent and personnel, and then there'll be a procedure to follow up on that. So just an FYI, if you have someone that contacts you and says, hey, well, I already retired and now they offered this, if you've put your retirement in for effective June of this year, they would allow that to be rescinded.
I want to share a general thank you to Kathy and anybody else on your team, because I know that this has been months in the works. But I know that you all have done a really good job of making this as flexible as we can, to try to benefit as many people as we can. It's not, we've talked about the retirement incentive. It's not the perfect solution, but it's sure a whole heck of a lot better than what we've been able to do for a lot of people. So thank you for the work that I know that you've put into this for a long time, and for, I'm sure, answering a gazillion questions that are coming your direction.
Thank you. We are also, one other thing to note on this retirement incentive, things just keep popping into my head randomly here, sorry. The payout is a little bit different than how it was worded in the previous agreement. Previously, it said that it would be paid in 2 installments, one by, I don't remember, last year's was December of the year you retired and the following December. However, for those of you who are familiar with people who retired, that's not how we actually paid it out. We paid it, the original wording said no later than December of 2021 and December of 2022. We paid out as much as we could in 21 based on IRS maximums, and then turned around in January of 22 and paid out the additional component. So the wording for this year is we're going to pay out the most we can in 2023 based on IRS maximums, then max out 2024, and then if there's any money remaining, it would be paid in January of 2025. So for those individuals who are going out under DMTRS, they could potentially have it spread in 3 payments, the latest one being January of 2025. Those are the only changes I can think of that we've done to that. It's going to the board on Tuesday for approval on that incentive plan, and then on Wednesday, information will go out to those who are eligible with the application process. Any other DMTRS related questions?
Do you have an update on how many retirees we've received information from through the process of requesting detail and contact information?
I don't, because Sherry's keeping a bunch of them in her email in a file, so I don't know. I can look into that, Blake, and report on it in the next meeting, but at this time, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be perfect for the next meeting. Thank you.
But I will tell you, I just had a retiree leave me multiple emails or multiple voicemails today that were 27 minutes long in total in her voicemails. And she never left me. I don't even really know what she wanted still after those 27 minutes, but yeah. So they are at least getting our contact information and are able to contact us. So I'll be reaching out to her.
I was worried that was going to end with they didn't leave a contact number. And you were going to go, okay, well.
She didn't, but because it came through on my computer voicemail, I can see the caller ID.
Oh, sure.
No, she never left a number.
I just say otherwise we'll be like, all right, everyone, we're going to end the call. Kathy's going to stay on here and hope that that member is connecting this way. And
no, I think she was lonely, needed a friend. So anyway, I will keep pushing with TCG and keep providing them information as timely as I can and keep asking questions. Other than that, let me know if there's something else that you would like me to be doing.
Thank you, Kathy. And just for my own brain, we expect TCG to give us a report by the 30th. Is that right? Of May?
Yes, May 31st.
May 31st, a Tuesday?
Yeah.
Are we having
a holiday?
A meeting with them on Tuesday, the 31st? Has that meeting been set?
I will be getting their report and then probably going over with Matt, Tom, and Shashank before meeting with this group. I feel like that's courtesy to them to go over it first.
Okay.
And then we'll set something right up after that.
Did we already have that set up?
I thought Rosie set something up for us.
I thought we set it up for June 1st, the following day at 4 o'clock.
Yep. Okay. I'm just checking and making sure I've had a lot come at me recently. So I'm just making sure I have that right.
That seems like an eternity away, and I know it's not. So
no, it is not. It's going to be here really fast.
So yep, we've got it for 4 o'clock on June 1st. So we'll go over what information I have at that point in time and the report I have to share. So
is TCG coming to that, or are we just looking at the report?
I think it'll depend just on what the report looks like and how self-explanatory it is. And I kind of want to see what Mike's got. I've asked him to kind of earmark that time frame, but and give me several dates up to there that we could meet with Tom, Matt, and Shashank. So I think that hopefully his availability will be there.
Kathy, are we inviting Dr. Ahart, Mr. Smith, or Mr. Aurora to the June 1st meeting?
I will probably invite Shashank. I think the others, you know, I can mention it and they can be optional, but I would think that Shashank can carry on, you know, any of your concerns and voice that at that chief level. I think right now I'll forward that invite to Shashank for that day. I think he's already on it. And then I'll make sure that Mike knows we would like him to attend if possible. And that way he's just there for questions if you've got additional questions.
Blake, did you want to ask about establishing a DMTRS YouTube channel?
Oh, I forgot about that one. Good. Thank you, Jessica.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if we could do that here without it being placed like as an agenda item for a more regular formal meeting or not. And so I will default to anyone who has any other sense of what we're required to do in terms of those kinds of actions. Who's our parliamentarian here? Do we have a parliamentarian?
I'm not sure
vote
that
for
this
Brad.
requires a vote. I think this is something that's a communication piece that in order for us to communicate with our group, we need to do this. We don't really have a choice. And so to me, I don't think it really is a vote type of issue. I think it's, we need to do this and how do we do it? Rosie has volunteered graciously to help us and to be the administrator and of our page and YouTube channel. I have zero skills in this area, and I will freely admit I have zero skills in this area. So we will work. Rosie, what do you need from us?
I just added it like as an information only item, and I added it as an action item to the May 11th meeting, since that's the longer monthly meeting.
So for those of you who are trying to catch up to some of this, a message was sent that our meetings that have been recorded for now almost a year have basically been just kind of put into the Des Moines Public Schools TV YouTube channel. And the question sort of became, is that where the DMTRS meeting, is that where we want the video archives of our meetings to occur? And the advice was perhaps we would just create our own YouTube channel so DMTRS members know that they can go there and all that they're going to see is the video links from our meetings and not have to sort through, oh, this was the school board meeting and this was the forum over here and this was, and so it's really just a simplification, a narrowing down of where access will be for these video recordings of the meetings that we do. And thank you, Rosie, for agreeing to help facilitate and manage all of that. I assume, yeah, I wasn't sure whether we needed an actual formal action and vote or if it's just a processing of, instead of putting them on that channel, we're just going to put them over there. I will default to anyone in any of those. I think it makes sense. And again, thank you, Rosie, for agreeing to help manage that for us.
Is there a place that we have to state where the YouTube channel is? Like, do we put that on the Des Moines Schools website? If you want to see the, you know, because I know they have the school board meetings listed there and so on. Would this be something that we would have to put that YouTube channel so people know where to go look for it? I don't know.
I'm thinking so. And my other thing is I'm thinking on the board docs that we currently have, is there a way to use that and add a link? We just sent out over 800 people's information and told them how to access board docs like a month ago.
Yeah. Yep, we can add it to there. So it's a very convenient spot to add to the board docs page.
See, I should have stalled on sending that information out another month. But no, we got it out. Now it's going to change. But, so we'll continue to work on that. Rosie, if you want to kind of look into that for us as to what we need to do, and if there's anything that you need from any members in this group, please let us know. And I think you've got people who are willing to help. Again, I'm willing to help. I just have a very limited skill set in that area. Doug quit laughing. But I'm willing to do what, if you need information on stuff, I can provide information. I'm just not good at the setup component. But I think that will be good to
No
have
worries.
in our own area. So just let us know. And if you want to update us maybe in the next meeting as to where things stand with that.
Yep, I can do that.
Okay. Other than that, I don't have anything further unless anybody else does. Sounds good. See you next week.
Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you, Rosie. We'll see you later.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Have a good week. Bye.